session. This is Shweta Roy, your English master teacher at Vedantu, and I welcome all of you to Sprint X Term 2. So today we are going to talk about two very important chapters. One is of course from your literature, The Making of a Scientist, and the second topic is from your grammar, from the writing section, Letter of Inquiry. This is going to be it's not going to be an objective, it is going to be a subjective exam. So letter of inquiry, you have to practice all the letters, of course, not just of inquiry. So we will be coming up with all the other letter writing topics and subtopics. So guys, it's not just MCQ, you have to practice at your home. That is something which you need to remember. So let's do that in our sessions, and I want all of your full participation in the session today. Are we ready? Can we start? Give me a quick thumbs up if we are ready to start off with today's session. So the session flow would look like this. We will have 2-mark questions and 4-mark questions from your literature section as it comes in your board exams, and 5-mark questions from letter. Okay, so basically you have to draft the letter. No more will be the hints given to you, no more will be there, no more fill in the blanks for your letter. The complete letter has to be written by you guys. Keep that in your mind. And with that, we will move ahead with today's session. Do not forget to hit the like button, share the video amongst your friends, and if you haven't yet subscribed, do subscribe. Okay, so we will start with a very positive quote in our mind. Study hard and work hard, because all the late nights and early mornings will pay off. So night owls and early birds, give me a quick high five. Those of you who are night owls, and those of you who are early birds, both, people have different strategy of studying, but you are going that extra mile. That is very important, and it is going to definitely pay off, right? So let's get started with the schedule. I'm sure you are now very well acquainted with the schedule, so I will just skip this part and we move ahead with the session today. And this is your first question. I want everyone to type the answers in the chat simultaneously, because that is how we will practice for Sprint X, which is very, very important for your upcoming board exams, which is around the corner. Okay, so the first question that we have for you is, do you think Richard's mother was too indulgent when she bought him things like cameras, telescopes, microscopes? Give 2 reasons to support your answer. So what do you think? Was she being too indulgent? I'm sure you have studied Mrs. Pumphrey's character. She was being very indulgent with her dog Tricky. So do you find similarity of Mrs. Pumphrey with Richard's mother, or is she doing something which is good for Richard? What Mrs. Pumphrey was doing to her Tricky was not good. It had repercussions that we had already seen. But what about Richard's mother? Do let me know in the chat, and let us have a look at the answer. So yes, Richard's mother was indulgent, but in a good way. So here you can also quote Mrs. Pumphrey. Okay. Just a second. Something is wrong with my pen tab. It's not working properly. But anyways, you've understood, right? You can quote Mrs. Pumphrey, and that is, you just to create a contrast. Okay, so just in contrast with Richard's mother. Okay, because Richard's mother, what she did was something which helped to shape Richard's character. Okay, Richard's scientific mind especially. And then you talk about the role that she played in making him a great scientist, encouraging him for trips, and obviously his mother was his focus of the life, right? So because his father was no more, and she would buy him all kinds of microscopes, telescopes, etc. After dinner she gave him problems to solve, which helped in that scientific thought process. After dinner she gave him problems to solve. This helped him to learn. She was his only companion for a long time, right? It was his mother who got him the book, The Travels of Monarch X. Very, very important point. Do not forget to mention this. This book was a turning point for Richard's life. She also wrote to Dr. Urquhart to guide her son. And The scientist helped Richard. Which scientist? Urquhart. Helped Richard to guide him. Thus, it was his mother who was behind the shaping of Richard Ebright, and who played a major and a crucial role in the making of the scientist. Okay, so yes, that is going to be the answer. You can definitely edit the answer and make it a little crisp if you find it very long for a 2-mark question. We have given it for, this is just a sample answer. You can just shorten it. Okay, next is suggest 2 ways by which you feel scientific temperament can be developed in a child. Okay, so value based question. So definitely every child is born with a scientific temperament, more or less. Okay, you are all born with that potential inside, and this is developed with related toys, games, supporting experiments. So this is something which also Richard's mother also did the same thing, right? She encouraged her children. So parents are the supporting force, right? So they play a major role behind the shaping of a child's character, right? So they can also support by asking questions and replying with scientific satisfactory answer. Next question, that is going to be for 4 mark. Please note, 4 mark questions. You need to be a little more detailed for these kind of answers. Albert Einstein said the important thing is to never stop questioning. Richard was a genius who proved this quote true. Do you agree with this? If yes, then justify. So never stop questioning talks about the inquisitiveness, okay, the quality of being inquisitive, right, which was present in Richard as well. Don't you think so? So of course this is true in terms of in the case of Richard, because he always kept himself busy in constructive experiments since his very early childhood. So if you remember, at his very early childhood he started experimenting with butterflies, right? So Richard had a habit of asking questions about new things. So you can also mention about the butterfly here, okay, in one line. Richard had a habit of asking questions about new things, and the role of his mother always answering it with positivity and also helping him to shape his mind, right? So probing questions, of course, these question and answer round turned into a habit, and he kept on probing things. So this probing into problems, finding solutions, that really helped Richard a lot. His scientific bent of mind led him to carry on experiments after experiments, and then he reached at a purposeful conclusion. Although to reach this goal he was helped by many people in his journey, of course, especially his mother. He had patiently waited for almost a year to study butterfly migration. This shows that he had never stopped midway, and finally he became a great scientist. The will to win, this is the next question, guys. The will to win for the right reasons. I think we have discussed this question during our sessions as well. So let me see how you respond to this question. I'm giving you a minute to think on this, and please let me know in the chat. Do you think this quality can help us accomplish great feats? Why or why not? What is your input on this answer? Okay, let us match with the points that we have for you. So it is a very important quality, of course, which is seen among the winners, but I feel this quality alone cannot accomplish great wills. Besides the will to win, also of course family support, mental and physical well-being and awareness also matters when it comes to making a person a great winner. Richard was an average student in his school, but his mother's timely support and other favorable conditions that helped him to become a successful scientist. Of course, and one more point is hard work. Okay, how can we forget hard work? Hard work, perseverance, okay, not to give up, not the attitude of not giving up, that is called perseverance. Okay, this was found in Richard as well. Okay, so once stepped into the right path, he worked hard with determination. Yes, very, very important. The will to win is determination, so resolute nature. He never looked back. Now we will come to the next section. We are done with the literature section. I hope you've understood clearly and you can frame your answers with the help of the points that we have seen. Okay, and now we will see the 5-mark questions. So what is the first 5-mark question that you have from letter? Of course, we have 2 questions from letter writing. Okay, so I wanted to give you more practice. So we have got 2 questions. Okay, you are Anshul or Anshika, a resident of class 10 and resident of, okay, so your address is given. And what do you want to be? You want to be a choreographer. So letter of inquiry is you are asking for details. You are inquiring. What are you inquiring and whom are you inquiring? To the director, National Institute of Choreography, Noida. So place is also given here. Seeking information about the course, admission procedure, eligibility criteria and other necessary details. So 3 pointers are already given in your letter. So this makes your task much more easy, right? Now let's see how are you going to respond to this letter. You know the format by now. The format remains the same for all formal writings. Okay, letter writing. So subject inquiry regarding the course in choreography, make it as crisp as possible if you find a better subject. But also while making the subject crisp, please do not miss out the the content. It's very important that your entire content is encapsulated in the subject, but also it has to be very crisp. Okay.
बच्चों के मार्क्स जितने कम आते हैं, पापा का वॉल्यूम उतना ही बढ़ जाता है।
ये होती है पढ़ाई।
पर कभी सोचा है कि मार्क्स बढ़ाने की जिम्मेदारी सिर्फ बच्चों की ही क्यों?
अब वेदांतु मार्क्स बढ़ाने की जिम्मेदारी लेगा, वरना आपकी पूरी फीस वापस।
Dear sir, referring to your advertisement regarding the courses. Now the first point is you need to talk about the context. Where did you get to know about the advertisement, about the courses? So you could talk about the advertisement that you have recently come across. Okay, regarding the courses in the choreography offered by your reputable institute. I want to state that I am currently in grade 10th and preparing for my final exam. So also you have to you need to showcase your interest in choreography. So next sentence is about that. I am very interested in dancing and want to take it as a career. I am also given to understand that this institute is by far the best. So that's what makes you interested in enrolling in the course, because you find this institute best. That is something which you need to very clearly mention, and is concerned that I would like to be a part of it. Kindly send me the prospectus and the application form. I would be highly grateful if you could provide me the following information. And now you have the information. See, the department and faculty, program faculty, funding opportunities, scholarships available, admission. So admission, eligibility, these are the pointers which are already mentioned. So you can just put it down. Okay. Now these pointers you can either put in point form or you can also mention in a paragraph. Depends on you how you want it to be. Okay. Kindly send me the brochure along with the enrollment form at the earliest so that I could register myself for the course. So this is the conclusion, that is call for action. Okay, now that is also something which you need to mention at the conclusion. Do not leave your letter till here. Please conclude your letter, very very important. You have marks allotted for the conclusion. Yours faithfully, Anshika. This is how the letter, this is a sample letter again. You can definitely come up with more points here. Okay. We have another letter, and this is the final question that we have for today's session. Okay, let's see what's the question. You're interested in a short-term computer course in computer graphics during holidays. So almost the same thing, just in place of choreography, it's computer graphics. Okay, so what are you going to write? Look at the answer, look at the letter question. Short-term courses asking for all the necessary details. So here the pointers are not given to you, so you can include any point of yours. Okay, let's see. So again, the subject is almost similar to what we have done for the previous letter, inquiry about the short. So only this would change. Instead of choreography, you would be taught mentioning the short-term courses. Then again, see, the same way you have started your letter. Right, I came across your advertisement. You can talk about the newspaper also where you came across the advertisement, and then mention first talk about your interest. How interested are you, okay, in the course? The advertisement was a comprehensive one and offered a variety of courses. Praise the courses a little bit, just as you have done for the course, for the choreography course. Since it's the age of technology, my interest is in line with it. So this is showing your interest. I'm a grade 10 student and I wish to pursue. So this is also this is something which you need to mention again, just like the previous part. Okay, and when do you need to when do you want to get yourselves enrolled? In the summer. Okay, summer vacation. You can also mention when is your vacation starting, what is the duration of your vacation. You can just mention that it's going to be a 1 month vacation starting from this month till this month. So that would be more specific, so I would suggest you to mention the time as well. Kindly send all the necessary details. Again, these are the details. Okay, the payment for the brochure shall be made at time of the delivery. Thank you in advance. So this you can, change according to you. This part you can just you can either have a similar conclusion, have the same conclusion, or you can add your own conclusion. Okay, you can just write your conclusion like you have done in the previous part. So the conclusion depends on you, how you want to write it. Okay, so this is just a standard, a sample that I'm showing. I hope you would be coming out with better responses than this, right? So try writing these 2 letters at your home, practice writing this, refer to the points from here and write it on your own. It would be really helping you out. So guys, with that we have come to the end of today's session, where we talked about the letter of inquiry and making of a scientist. Okay, so this is the question that you have. The book The Travel of Monarch X ignited Richard's curiosity in butterflies further. Do you think sometimes people or things around us can act as catalysts to shape our lives? Explain how. Important question, guys. Try and attempt this question as your homework. Okay, I would repeat the question once again. The book The Travel of Monarch X ignited Richard's curiosity in butterflies further. Do you think sometimes people or things around us can act as catalysts to shape our lives? Catalysts, it ignites our passion or ignites wherever our interest lies. So do you think so? This is a value-based question. This kind of question is expected in your term 2 subjective exam. So please prepare these questions. Please let me know the answer for this question in the comment section. Okay guys, thank you so much. I hope you did enjoy today's session. So take care until we meet again. Bye bye.